Hi everybody. Today's a good hair day. It's a Saturday. I'm off the clock. But I was feeling inspired to share some key phrases that I've come to learn and use. I've got some of these from other YouTube channels. Some of these I've figured out on my own. I want to help you as much as possible because these have helped me. So narcissists control you through several methods, but conflict is one of the methods that they use to keep you drained emotionally, because if you're drained emotionally, that takes away your willpower to do things such as leave them or contradict them, etc. So tired prey is easy prey. So one of the ways of gaining control back of your life is learning how to respond with responses that are completely impossible to perpetuate a conflict from. So I'll say that again. There are responses for which there's no conflict-seeking response. So there's several of these phrases I want to go into. The first is to say, you need to do what you feel is best. If that's how you feel, if that's what you feel is best, you need to do what you feel is best. That's very powerful because that removes yourself from the conflict, and that basically exposes the narcissist as being terrible. So they hide the fact that they hide their abuse by the form of making it look like it's a conflict, an argument between two people, because it seems it gets hidden in the back and forth. That's the camouflage that they use, is your participation in the conflict, and then they turn around and pretend like they're the victims. So when you say, I can't tell you how to feel, I can't. If that's how you feel, if that's what you feel is best, you need to do what you feel is best for you. Right? The second thing is to say, I've come to accept your faulty perception of me. I can accept it. I'm fine with it. That's very, very useful for when they attempt what's called deliberate misinterpretation. Deliberate misinterpretation is where they twist your words. They take something that was said, something that was done. They keep a very, very tiny fragment of truth and fact, and then they fabricate all of this misinformation, misperception, bad, false info from something that you did. And when you call them out on it, they're like, because well, you said this, you did this, and that caused all that. So when they start to do that, just say, I've come to accept your faulty perception of me. I'm fine with it. I don't expect you to understand. I'm used to the fact you don't understand what I say. I'm used to the fact that you don't understand when I try to explain. And leave it at that. And because you fully accepted the fact that they're going to deliberately misinterpret it, and you don't draw yourself in when you say that. I've come to accept it. I'm fine with it. Go tell whoever. Don't care. Because you're not going to get thrown in jail. The world's not going to fall apart. Let them go gossip, because people don't like gossipers. You ever think of that? They're not going to go tell everybody. They say they will. They're not going to, because they're the ones who know better than anybody. Everybody hates a gossiper, right? And then the first one is, you need to do what you feel is best. The second one is, I've come to accept your faulty perceptions of me. I've come to accept your deliberate misinterpretations of what was said and done. And then lastly, got a pot about to boil over, cooking. The last thing is, damn it, what was it? I don't control how you feel. I don't control what you do. I don't control you. I don't control blank. Now, I don't control what you do. So when they're like, if they're like, well, now I'm going to have to do blah, 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 say, I don't control what you do. And I have no right to tell you how to feel. I don't control how you feel. I don't control what you do. I don't have the right to tell you how to feel. I don't have the right to tell you what to do. So it's sort of one concept, but there's 4 different ways to say it. You can say, I don't control how you feel or what you do. I don't have the right to control how you feel or what you do, right? And that's really good for when they're coming back with a threatening response, a retaliatory response, or conflict seeking, along with hoovering, or when you get this blast of narc rage, right? So when you get hit with a blast of rage, you say, look, I don't control how you feel. If that's how you feel, I don't control that. You control that. I don't have the right to tell you how to feel, and I don't control your feelings. If that's what you feel is best, you need to do what you feel is best. I've come to accept your faulty perception of me. I've come to accept that you're going to deliberately misinterpret things as leverage in an argument. I can't do anything about it, so, whatever it is you're going to do, just go do it. Leave me alone. I'm watching Dexter, right? So those 3 things, because at that point, they're not going to get what they want, and they're probably going to get even more mad. But the funny thing about narcissists, narcs will only invest so much of their own energy if they're not getting conflict. They're investing emotions to get conflict as a result, but they're surprisingly frugal with unworthy emotional investment. So when they come at you with narcissistic rage or hoovering or attempts to control, understand that when they don't get conflict back, when they get these neutral, gray rockish responses, these responses I've given you are part of the gray rock technique, but these are some of the best known, most effective phrases within gray rock. When they decide to invest their energy to create conflict, understand they're investing to weaken you. That's the investment. They have more energy than you do. They're going to invest effort and energy into creating conflict to keep you weak. But if it's not working, they're going to stop because they see themselves as the strong one. They're not going to weaken themselves to a position of weakness compared to you. So they're never going to make themselves weaker than you in their own mind. When you start winning the conflict, when you start removing yourself from the conflict, they're gonna try, and then they're gonna try again, and then they're gonna stop, because at that point they're gonna recognize, oh shit, I might be weaker than they are. I can't have that happening. I need to stay stronger than they are, and they'll go into what's called a power save mode, which means they sit there on it, they stew and they scheme, and they wait for the next chance. So they're like, all right, fine, I'll let you win this battle. I'm gonna win the war. Just wait for the next thing, and then I'll, you think you're so sly? You think you're so cool? You think you're better than me? Yeah, well, just wait. I'm gonna make you sorry you ever did. You just watch. You just wait. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you, and I'm gonna make you pay. And guess what? Next time, I'm not gonna be so nice. I'm gonna be the monster like you've never seen, and you should have never ever decided to confront me. You should have never decided to show that you're better than me. And I'm gonna make you pay. No, seriously, like that's how they think. So just be ready for that. But the thing is, it only takes several rounds of this before they start going into narcissistic discard, where they recognize that you're no longer giving them what they need, what they want from you. And then there's really no reason for you to stay in their life. And they're gonna be like, you're absolutely useless. Whenever you start hearing a narc saying you're useless, you're so useless, that means you're on the road to freedom. You want them to start seeing you as useless. You don't want to be useful. You want to be useless to a narcissist. Because once you're useless, they'll get rid of you. Please like, comment, or share. I got to go parent now and see what my kids are up to. But we'll see you on the next video.